Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration attorney here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today we're talking about Simon. Simon was a fellow who came to see us. He had had his green card for about 10 years. In fact, when he came to see me, he brought his whole family's stack of green cards. He had 6 or 7 children. They each had their own green cards. His wife had a green card, and I'll never forget it because he carried them all around with a rubber band around them like you would any other business cards or anything. But he had everyone's green cards, he had his green card, and he wanted to apply for citizenship. And he had applied once before, but he had been in a war back in his home country in Africa, and he had some medical conditions that were preventing him, he thought, from being able to learn English sufficiently in order to be able to take the civics and the English portion of the exam. So we sat down with Simon, we looked at the records that he had. We had him sign a medical authorization to allow us to get all of his records from all of his treaters, and we gathered all those records up and then we took a look at it. We then took the records and brought them to an expert that we deal with from time to time who is familiar with the N648 disability portion of the N400. The N648 is the medical waiver that allows people who have medical conditions, diagnosable conditions that keep them from being able to learn English, to not have to take the English and civics portion of the exam. We brought those records to the doctor. She looked them over. She met with Simon on several occasions, and she felt comfortable at that point certifying that Simon was not going to be able to learn English or civics due to the trauma that he had sustained back in Africa. So we refiled the N400. We submitted the N648 with all of the medical records, and we were really sure that we had a strong case. Now, the St. Louis field office does an interesting thing when it comes to N648s. They will still try and ask the people to pass the English or civics exam even if they've submitted evidence that they're not going to be able to do it medically. And I was convinced, after having talked to the doctor and having spoken with Simon on several occasions, that he too was not going to be able to pass the exam due to his medical condition. Lo and behold, the exam started off with Simon getting 6 out of the first 7 questions right. 6 is all that you need in order to pass the naturalization exam. So the waiver, even though we had done all of this work, and I should say we were doing this work pro bono, it was a case we took from legal services, he passed the exam, and Simon was able to naturalize without having to rely on the waiver. But the waiver is definitely a tool that's in the immigration practitioner's toolbox. If you or your parent or someone that you care about wants to become a citizen but is worried about the about the English portion of the exam, make sure that they take the time to come meet with us. Give us a call, 314-961-8200. We can walk you through what it takes to get the medical waiver. We can talk with your doctor if need be to help you gather the evidence that you need in order to get the waiver. It's not just that it's hard for someone to learn English, it's that they are medically diagnosable as being incapable of learning English sufficient to comply with that portion of the naturalization process. You can also shoot me an email, jim@hackinglawpractice.com, or give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out, just like we did for Simon. Thanks.